Hello and welcome to this video on energy transfers, where we're going to look at some specific examples of how energy is transferred from one store to another. Energy changes in a ball being thrown upwards. In this case, the system is the ball. The energy moves from the kinetic store into the gravitational potential energy store because it is gaining height. This is a mechanical transfer of energy as the transfer is due to the forces acting on the ball. As it continues to move upwards, the ball slows down and its kinetic store decreases, but the energy has to be accounted for. The energy moves into the ball's gravitational potential energy store as it gains height. The initial energy comes from the chemical store of the person, and their chemical store decreases, but that's not part of this system. This is about the energy changes in a moving car colliding with a stationary object. The system in this case is the car and the wall. In a collision between a car and a stationary object, the energy transfer is from kinetic energy of the car to the thermal energy stores and the elastic potential stores of both the car and the object. This is a mechanical transfer due to the forces acting between the car and the object. During the collision, the car slows down and the amount of energy in the car's kinetic store decreases. Some of the energy goes into the elastic store of the car as the metal is deformed. The metal also heats up, so its thermal store increases. The same happens to the object, the wall. It is deformed, so its elastic store increases, and it heats up, so its thermal store increases. An example of an object being accelerated by a constant force is a ball being dropped from a height. The ball is accelerated by the force of gravity, and in this case the system is the ball. Energy is transferred from the gravitational potential store into the kinetic store. As the ball falls, it loses height and so loses energy from the gravitational potential store. But as it falls, the ball is being accelerated and so is getting faster. This increases the energy in the ball's kinetic store. As this energy transfer is due to the effects of gravity, which is a force, the transfer is mechanical. In this example, a vehicle slows down to a stop. The system is the car brakes and wheels. A vehicle slows down due to the force of friction acting between the wheels and the brakes of the car. As a force is involved, this is a mechanical transfer. As the brakes are applied, the car's wheels slow down. This decreases their kinetic energy store. As this happens, the brakes are heating up, so their thermal store is increasing. Some of the heat goes to the surroundings, which increases the thermal store of the surroundings as well. In this example, we are bringing water to the boil in an electric kettle, and the system is the heating element and the water. The energy is initially transferred to the kettle's heating element electrically, and we could go back to the energy transfers during the generation of the electricity, but that would be very complicated. Instead, let's concentrate on the system containing the water and the heating element. The heating element has a thermal store which is decreasing as the energy is transferred by heating into the thermal store of the water. And that's everything for this video. Thank you so much for listening.